What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have the best Australian movies. I'm excited to see this list, see maybe if I've seen any, maybe if I should check some out. Before we dive in, though, if you guys happen to enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in.
Hello everybody on the internet. Filmmaking is my biggest passion, and as an Aussie, I'm very advocate of the Australian film industry. Aussies have always worked for the American industry. A long time ago, The Matrix, Scooby-Doo and the Star Wars prequels filmed here, but then that interest went away. But in the late 2010s, it started to come back, and in recent years, our industry has really boomed, with our own movies getting bigger and more international movies being made here. Every movie you're seeing on screen now was shot here. Australia truly is the best place in the world to make movies. We have the best crews and the best diverse locations. As written by Amy O'Keefe on the Man of Many website, Australia is a proud film nation, and it's no different when it comes to the best Australian movies. Whilst we're new on the scene compared to the backlog of films from Europe and America, we're well and truly making our mark on Hollywood. Our Aussie films mark the start of famous Hollywood careers, whether director or actor, and we're proud of our crop of young Aussie talent. In Australia, we make an awful lot of TV shows which I'm not into, but our movies are underrated. So here are some of the best Aussie movies in no particular order. Crocodile Dundee is the most iconic Australian movie and is the highest grossing. Crocodile Dundee never gets old. It's so funny, and Mick Dundee is the most distinct Aussie character ever. Paul Hogan is legendary as him. And of course, the iconic line everyone knows.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
It takes an outback action hero and puts him in New York, where we get great fish out of water comedy. Crocodile Dundee 2 is also classic. I think it's a little bit better than the first one, because it has more of a plot and the character relationships are stronger. It's more action-packed and is still as funny as ever.
I don't need a gun. I've got a donk.
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 These may be Australian movies, but less than half of both of them is set in Australia. That's done to appeal to the international audience. You can't be an Australian citizen unless you've seen these two movies. The Castle is the...
Dang, I gotta watch some Crocodile Dundee because I have heard many great things about Crocodile Dundee, and I feel like to be an honorary Aussie, I got to watch Crocodile Dundee. It just has to happen, and I will.
Most classic Aussie comedy. Because of how funny it is, it's one of the most meme-worthy movies of all time.
Tell him he's dreaming.
It very accurately and hilariously depicts what a lower-class Aussie family is like, and the lengths they'll go to protect their home. People who aren't Australian probably won't get a kick out of this, but it is a good comedy. Again, if you haven't seen The Castle, you can't be an Australian citizen. The Man from Snowy River is an absolute Australian classic based on Banjo Patterson's poem. This is a really good western about Jim Craig from Snowy River becoming a man and falling in love. It's well paced and full of good horse action and great dialogue. This movie also has Kirk Douglas playing two characters, and he's great in it. And The Man from Snowy River 2 very well continues on from the first one, but it's not as good. Also, Kirk Douglas didn't return. The 80s really were the time for Aussie movies with heroes. Occupation is a grounded action sci-fi.
I know I would be into this one. That cover alone, 100%. I know I could rock with this movie. What do y'all think about the one before, though? The Man from Snowy River. How many of you guys have seen that? How many of you guys enjoy it? Is it a must-see or not that great?
My movie, which had never been done in Australia before. This was an awesome surprise to me. I was so thrilled to see Aussies vs aliens. Occupation had a low $6 million budget, and it was impressive quality, and is really intense at times. The best thing about this movie is its sense of humanity. These are all characters that you know. A local footy player, the local nurse, the local fruit farmer. It also has Tamura Morrison. I loved following these characters. But the dialogue is interchangeable, and the movie is very jarring. And then Occupation Rainfall is another level. It had a $25 million budget and went much bigger. It raises the stakes, it has full-on sci-fi action, and Ken Jeong is in it. People who are used to Hollywood movies may look at this and laugh, but on an Australian budget, this is amazing. The CGI looks decent. I don't know how they did it. But once again, the movie is too jarring. Luke Spark, the director of Occupation, is the kind of filmmaker that Australia needs. He is bringing more genre variety to Aussie cinema and is pushing the boundaries of what we can do. And there will be 2 more Occupation movies, which I can't wait for.
I'm definitely a big sci-fi guy, so sci-fi movies are definitely some of my favorite types of movies. But I will say sci-fi movies are absolutely hit or miss. Because I've seen terrible ones, but I've seen absolutely amazing ones.
Red Dog is based off the book that was inspired by the late Dog, who was an Aussie legend. This tells the story of Red Dog, who was loved by everyone in Western Australia in the 70s. Now, only some of this movie is real. Most of it is fictional, but it's so good. The movie's style and the cast are all really enjoyable. But I'm warning you, Red Dog is famous for being a tearjerker. True Spirit is a biopic about Jessica Watson, who is the youngest person to sail around the world solo. This only came out earlier this year on Netflix, and I was happy to learn it existed. This movie captures the spirit of the inspiring true story of Jessica with very pleasant colours, and it visualises her dyslexia very well. Tegan Croft and all of the cast were really good. Like all movies based on true stories, it adds more dramatic elements, but that is what helps it to work on film. Jessica Watson's story has long deserved a movie. Lion is yet another drama based.
Bro, hey, hold up. I think I know Dev Patel. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in other things. Nicole Kidman too. Hold up. Absolutely love Nicole Kidman. She's phenomenal actress. But that one looked really good. Y'all gotta tell me which of these on the list that y'all have seen and how amazing they were. Oh, this was based on a true story.
Based on a true story, but it is one of the best. It was nominated for 6 Oscars after all. It's the true story of Saru Brierley, who got lost and was adopted by an Australian family and later went to find his family in India. Dev Patel, Nicole Kidman, and David Wenham are exceptional in this. My favourite thing about it is the cinematography by Greg Fraser, the same guy who did the cinematography for The Batman. Lion is one I highly recommend. The Dry is a mystery drama based on a book. I was impressed by how well the movie immerses you in a rural Victorian town that is in a dark time. Even if you're not Australian, you'll feel like you know the place. Eric Bana gives a great performance. Seeing him work through this grounded mystery and seeing his character's history with the town was interesting. I really liked the movie's sound and pace too. There's a sequel coming out soon too. So those are some of the
best. It definitely looked like it'd be a good movie, The Dry. Just from the scenes that he showed.
Best Aussie movies. But here are some further recommendations.
Okay.
Australia, I'm not really a fan of because I don't like Baz Luhrmann's style, but it has Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman and is a large-scale movie. The Water Diviner, directed by Russell Crowe, tells a story connected to the Anzac soldiers at Gallipoli. The Dish depicts the role that the town of Parkes played in the moon landing. Mad Max is the most worldwide popular Australian movie franchise, but I actually haven't seen it. It's not my thing, but I'm glad it has such recognition.
It's so good.
I hope you found this interesting. It's true that majority of our movies are dramas and comedies, which we excel at. But like I said, our industry is booming and getting more variety. So the future has so much potential. So, have you seen any of these movies? If you haven't, I really recommend that you do. What do you think are the best Australian movies? Let me know in the comments below, and may the force be with you.
Yeah, y'all gotta tell me which ones y'all have seen. Would y'all argue that this list is not good or this list is great? Talk to me. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. See you guys next time.